Hey y'all, this is DAE, singer-songwriter, and you are watching, I was gonna say this. Hey y'all, it's DAE, singer-songwriter, and this is the Graphic Tongue.
All right, so we're back with another guest of ours. Today we have DAE with us. She's a singer, and so I don't want to take up any time. I just want to get right into it and just start off with who you are. You know what I'm saying? What you do? Just give us a little background rundown about you, DAE.
Yes, so my name is DAE. I'm a singer and a songwriter. I started doing music about 2 years ago, maybe. 2 years ago, and I recently really stepped into it, delved into it, because for so long I was subconscious about my gift and didn't really know what steps to take and everything like that. But so within the past couple of months, I've been kind of taking the steps that I need to take it seriously as I want to and make something of it. So yeah. I released my first EP last August. And I'm working on my second project right now, so
okay,
be on the lookout.
Yeah. So how long you been singing?
Oh, since I was about 3, 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in church.
Right.
So
yeah.
I started in church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it was a thing that you just knew all your life is music, you know. Okay. Yeah. I definitely relate. I definitely grew up in the church too, and I know how that is, you know, especially music in the Black church. Right. I just feel like you're going to be in that choir, you're going to sing, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to know if you can sing or not, you know? You're going to know if that's your road that you need to take. And a lot of times they encourage you to, you know, especially if you have the gift, they encourage you to chase it and go after it.
Right.
But I'm kind of curious, you said you was kind of like a little discouraged, kind of running from your dream. So what made you discouraged, or what made you kind of unsure?
Well, being that I did grow up in the church, my family's full of pastors, and my dad was a pastor, my grandmother's a pastor, so that was discouraging for me because I knew I didn't want to sing gospel.
Right.
So when I did come out that I wanted to sing, you know, secular music or R&B, it was a problem.
Right.
It was a problem. So nobody was really accepting of it in my family. Everybody else was supportive. My friends, they were like, yes, go for it. My mom, she was supportive, but everybody was like, is that really what you want to do with your life? That's not how you was raised. So that set me back some.
Yeah.
So I was scared to take it seriously because nobody accepted it family-wise, and that was important to me. Until I stepped out and was just like, I'm not worried about y'all. This is for me. I'm doing this for me. You know, same pond, same ducks.
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, I got to get out of this. So I stepped back from that, and I did what I needed to do.
Yeah. So you just went in and took that leap of faith at that point.
I had to.
Yeah.
My life was gonna be in the same space, you know.
I feel that. I understand that because I'm a PK.
Right.
So I understand. And if you don't know what PK is, it's pastor kid, preacher kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They call us the PKs. They sometimes say we're the worst ones. I don't believe that. I feel like that's just them being jealous of us. You know, they're little haters. You know, in the back. But it's definitely discouraging, especially when you, like you said, you want to take that different route. You know what I'm saying? My parents, right? You know what I'm saying? They don't understand it. My parents definitely was like that. It was like, you want to do that, you don't want to do gospel, and it's like, I mean, it's not saying that I won't ever make a gospel song or write a gospel song. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Never out of the question for me.
Exactly. It's just like, this is where my focus is, and this is where I want to pour into right now.
Exactly.
But I brought that point up to kind of, because I know a lot of people out there are chasing their dream and going out there, and a lot of them will let their family discourage them from chasing it. They'll just settle because they don't want to disappoint their family. Yeah. And you know, like as you learned, and you know, as many will learn, disappointment's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? You just got to live with it. You know. Right. Exactly. So
it's gonna be ups and downs.
Yeah.
Just don't settle. If this is your life.
Right.
At the end of the day. It's nobody else's, so you have to do what's best for you.
So I just want to move on to the next question on here, which is just basically about how does your work comment on current things that's going on in society, you know, and that doesn't necessarily have to be social justice.
Right.
And I know a lot of people when you say that, that's what you automatically think, and that's important too.
Right.
But I'm kind of curious to also see how do you try to like connect with your fans and different things of nature, like writing music that okay, this person, you know what I'm saying, is probably dealing with, you know what I'm saying, I was dealing with this at my age, and I'm pretty sure another girl is probably dealing with the same thing.
Right.
So how do you kind of, I guess, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
When I write music, 9 times out of 10, someone else has situations similar to what I'm talking about. If it's a boy, a guy, broke your heart, you was in love with him, or even my radio song. I do R&B, but I do have like fast songs. Like my work is a radio song. It's my radio party song.
Right. Okay.
Ellie, and that video's coming out.
Yes.
But what was I trying to say?
You saying that you write for guys, girls?
Yes. I write for anybody, and I know what I'm speaking on is relatable. All of my music is gonna be relatable because I'm just keeping it real. Like, we coming back to the honesty thing. So I know what I'm talking about is relatable, and I just want to convey that to everybody else. And even social injustice, I write freestyle, like raps and stuff like that. I have like some raps on my Instagram page, and I'm gonna be posting more. I speak about all of that because it's important. And I want people to hear what I have to say, because when I open my mouth, I got something to say.
Exactly.
I feel that way. So,
exactly. And because everybody is not trying to hear the song that isn't really commenting, or I don't want to say song, the artist that isn't never commenting on what's going on and what's real. That truth aspect that we was talking about a little bit before is really important, because after a while, artists can get washed out. Like, we can get over them. We get tired of them, especially if they keep putting out music that is clearly seen as like radio songs and radio generators. Like, we want that real. You know what I'm saying? At some point.
It's not about that for me. Never has, and it will be. I'm making music because I love making music. I love to sing. That's the gift that God's given me, and I'm just trying to, let everybody hear me. Releasing that out.
So I'm kind of curious now. Did you always know that like this was a journey, or was it always in the back of your head that this was going to be what you was going to journey into?
Not at all.
Okay.
No, not at all, because like I was saying, I knew my family wouldn't have accepted that anyway.
Yeah.
So no, it was never something that I took and was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sing. No. I used to write, like, when I was 13, 14, I stopped. I didn't get into the studio until I was, like, 18 or 19.
Right.
So it wasn't something that I was just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to be an artist.
Right.
That was never something that I thought. I want to be a nurse.
Okay.
I want to be an RN. But I decided to go a different path.
Exactly.
Recently.
Yeah, yeah. And what was, I know that you said your parents, it was a point where you just was like, I'm not going to worry about my parents anymore. I'm not going to worry about anybody. I'm just going to take that leap. But what was that trigger for you? What triggered that for you? What'd you say?
I went through a bad breakup.
Okay.
I went through a bad breakup, and I needed to go ahead. When I was in the relationship, it kind of took my focus off of the music. But when I released that, I was like, okay, it's time.
Right.
It's time now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and write about what I feel. So I'm human. So I'm going to feel what I feel, and I'm going to sing it, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to release that.
Exactly.
And that's how that happened for me.
Yeah. But it's that process that you have to go through to get there. I had to go
through some stuff first. Yeah, I definitely have to go through some stuff first. Realize some things, learn some things, It had to be, I had to have experience.
Right.
Experiences.
Because without it, you wouldn't be able.
I wouldn't have nothing to talk about,
Yeah, yeah.
Because at first, that was my struggle. I was like, what am I going to talk about? I never been through heartbreak. So I had to go through some stuff first to get to the point and, gain that confidence and take that leap of faith to actually put it out.
Right. So was R&B always the genre in which you was going to go into? Did you think about rap? Because I know there's a lot of film C's coming up. There's like, they coming out, they spitting, you know what I'm saying now. And so was that ever like a idea or no?
Rapping, that's the thing, I can rap.
Right.
But I write poems as well. Like, I do poetry too.
Okay.
So it's like I have these different aspects of myself, but I know the gift that God gave me was singing, to sing and to write.
Right.
So I'm going to do, and I'm going to put my hand on whatever I can, but my main thing is going to be singing, because that's what I know. You know?
Right.
Then eventually I'm gonna get into some acting and stuff.
Okay, go. Okay. Little acting bag. I like that. I like that. I kind of want to know how have you started like developing your career? I know you dropped your EP in August, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so since then, like, how have you like started to like develop it and make it and take it to the next level and make sure like the next EP is even better than this, the first one?
Well, I'm looking to work with new producers and engineers and stuff like that. I know I had one person do my EP for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm venturing off because he helped me a lot. Jarvis Saint, that's his name, my producer. He helped me a lot in just learning myself and my sound, finding that. And I want to be able to practice that with other people, not just him.
Right.
And I'm reaching out to people, sending my music to DJs. Like because it's just me. Like I don't have no manager. I'm independent right now. So my main thing is taking my time, though.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to rush anything because the last thing I want is for me to drop something and it just shoot up. That'll be good, but how long would it last?
Right. Yeah.
If I don't have the foundation built, I want to build the fan base first. So that's really my main focus, is taking my time, not letting nobody rush my process. And it's gonna come when it comes.
Yeah.
It's not gonna just be prolonged or nothing like that. But I know that, like I said earlier, I have something to say.
Yeah.
And the people gonna wait and listen.
Yeah.
So that's my
facts.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that you said that you're not shooting for that one shooting star. A lot of people are looking for that one song. That's why I feel like now, when you listen to mixtapes or even albums, it doesn't sound like a cohesive project.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times it just sounds like a bunch of songs that they recorded throughout the years, and they put them all together. And that's because like they're just really looking for that radio single. Like they're looking for that next thing to make them that quick money, quick bring in the fans, a quick whatever. You know what I'm saying? To give them that like fame for that moment,
right?
Or attention, I guess. So it's really refreshing to hear an artist say like, I'm not even like trying to get a one hit, because you could be a one hit wonder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want that for myself.
Right? Yeah.
I would hate that for me.
So, right.
Yeah, I'm just taking my time. It's gonna happen because nothing fast lasts. Nothing that happens quick is gonna last long.
Exactly.
And I understand that. And even like studying the people that I look up to, it took them a while to get to where they are. And even when they were in it, 5 years in, 6 years in, they still had broke moments. They still had, people to meet, and
exactly.
So. Yeah.
And I feel like that ties into the education part, because I heard you say a lot of different things, like working with different producers, reaching out to DJs, and like these are things that I feel like a lot of artists don't know to do, or don't know how to do. You know what I'm saying? And so like I know there was a point where you had to educate yourself on how to do certain things. So I kind of want to touch on that a little bit. Okay. And who like helped you? Did you just look it up, or what was that like?
Well, I read a lot of books.
Okay.
That's one. I do have this one book, Everything You Need to Know About the Music Industry. I'm reading that right now.
Okay.
I search anything. I'm going to look up anything, and I'm going to ask questions, too. Like my producer that I worked with, Saint, I asked him any question that I had that came to mind, I'm calling him.
Yeah.
I'm asking him. We having an hour, 2 hour long conversation. We're not recording them because I'm asking you all these questions.
Right.
And I've been messed over, before, working with certain people, so I had to really educate myself. I came into it just... I know how to sing. I'm here. Put me in the booth. Yeah. But it's more to it than that. And that's another reason why I have to take my time with it.
Right.
Because I'm still learning.
Yeah.
So.
Because it's more, like you said, it's more to it as an artist than just coming in and doing your job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of aspects that go into it.
Exactly.
Which is why I think it's important that artists branch out into different things like movies and singing and painting, if even they want to, so they can see that things have processes. They take time, and you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna get it overnight. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in that process and trust that process. And you definitely have trusted your process. Or let me not assume. Have you have your doubts on the way of your process? Like,
of course I have. That's why it took me so long to even take it seriously.
Right.
I was doubting myself for a really, really long time. I don't know if I got what it takes.
Exactly.
But I had to pray about that. Pray about that. And
And do you still have doubts, or are you just full like?
It's kind of like when I open myself up and I you know, came with an open mind, and when it comes to anything, things just come to me. Opportunities come to me. Like, I'm here. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't see me doing no interview 2, 3, 4 months ago. You know, opportunities, they just gonna come when you start. When you actually do it, just go. Don't think, just do.
Yeah.
Because when you create, you're not supposed to think about that shit. You're just supposed to let it go, fly, flow, vibe. You know. So.
Exactly. How has your music impacted your journey along the way as you're making that transition from church singing to now secular singing, or just better yet, testimony singing? I'm just going. I like that better too.
I like testimony singing. It has changed me because I was so wrapped up in what I was taught growing up, and sometimes you have to step back from what you were taught. Like, you got to release that, you know, that mindset sometimes, because it's not always what really resonates with you. It's what you were taught, so you're gonna go with what you're taught. You know? But I stepped back from the church. I still love God. Hey, I still love God, but I did step back from the church and got real with myself. And when I got real with myself, my relationship with God was more authentic than it ever has been. So I don't regret nothing that I have done. I don't regret going into the secular, you know, music world, like nothing like that, because I'm being real with myself at the end of the day. Exactly. And I'm doing me. I'm being me. And yeah. That's pretty much that.
I feel that, because I mean, you God tells you to come as you know what I'm saying? He doesn't tell you to come as the perfect you. He just says you know, and you can be the person who necessarily didn't serve him the typical way that everyone else is serving. You know what I'm saying? But serving him in your own way. And that's something you have to find for yourself. That's ultimately what I had to realize as being a PK myself, is I don't have to be a preacher. I don't have to be a pastor, but I can still serve the Lord, but I can serve him in my way. You know what I'm saying? Last thing, I want you to just talk a little bit about future, what to expect. I know you got an EP coming out, but what else to expect from you? And also any advice for any young artist coming up right now who's wanting to get into music. Maybe they're also PKs, you know, in the church. So just any advice for them. And then,
Okay, as far as the young people, I said this earlier. All I'm going to say is don't settle. And if you are afraid, do it afraid. Do it afraid and you just sit here, I'm scared, I'm not going to do it. You're not going to go nowhere. So my advice is just do it afraid and don't settle. Don't let nobody influence you to do something that you don't want to do. Be you. Be yourself at the end of the day, because that's all you got is you, you know. And you got you, and God got you, you know. And that's that. What was the other question?
Just future. Anything you got coming?
Yes, the EP will be coming out. I'm not giving nobody a date because I don't even have a date. Videos coming out, short film coming out, and I just plan on building and building and building and keeping it going, keeping the momentum going. So I'm real hush hush about my stuff. You see it when you see it. And we can get updates on your Instagram. Yes, definitely. Everything will be on my Instagram. I post often now. So yeah, you'll be seeing updates from me for sure. All right, well. Hey, you know how I get out of here? I just want to say, keep following your dreams, keep chasing them, and don't let nobody stop you, because at the end of the day, you're the determinant of your own faith. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're a PK, you're determined on your own faith. You know what I'm saying? So take that journey, go after it, and yeah, just believe in yourself. This has been Graphic Time. We out.